Are you ready for some unindoctrination? I hope so. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty, the Christian Whistleblower. Welcome to the channel. Lots of great stuff to talk about today. We've got good stuff going on today, had good stuff going on yesterday. Make sure you catch up. It's powerful, fun stuff. It's good stuff. It's enjoyable stuff. And I'm really enjoying being here with you, really enjoying bringing this stuff to you, and not enjoying how the green screen's functioning right about now. But hey, there's just some things that you can do something about and some things that you can't do a whole lot about. So, hey, we'll worry about the things that we can and we'll not worry about the things that we can't. How does that sound? So anyway, here we go. It's time for us to unindoctrinate ourselves. First segment brought to you by Mystech. That's the jewelry that I wear. Keeps you at the Schumann resonance. Does great things for your blood, great things for your subtle body. It's just fantastic stuff. It's powerful stuff. And I really hope that you take advantage of it because it's very, very good stuff. And it will make a big difference in your life. Let's just get rid of that altogether. So let's talk today about something that not a lot of people are going to care about, but that's okay because I'm not really in this to talk about stuff that a lot of people care about. I'm in this to talk about stuff that the people that are most important are going to care about. Jeff, are you saying there's some people that are more important than other people? Yes, I am. I'm talking about the people that want to unindoctrinate, the people that want to change the world. That's all we've really got time for. So let's focus on that and let's rock and roll. I want to talk today about a little thing called the modern science of mental health. I want to talk about how you can take control of your life and be who you want to be. If you're not interested in that, well, you're in the wrong place. But if you are, here we go. It's going to be powerful. It's going to be exciting. And you need to get your pad and paper and get ready to go. Now, I say this all the time. Don't go past a word that you don't understand. And I try to make it real simple, and I probably oversimplify it. And I say, because if you go past a word you don't understand, your comprehension of everything beyond that's going to be 60% or more reduced. But that's just the smallest piece of it. And this is a huge idea. And it really is the basic idea of why everything in our world is so messed up and all the people in it are so messed up. And all the people in it that are so messed up don't even care that they're messed up. Nice to see you, Nika. The only reason a person gets confused, think of that statement. The only reason a person gets confused, the only reason a person ever gives up trying to understand, the only reason why a person gets confused, the only reason why they give up trying to understand something, this isn't for me, the heck with it, blah, blah, blah. The only reason is because they've gone past a word or a concept that they didn't fully comprehend. Think of that. The only reason a person gets confused or gives up trying to understand is because they went past a word or a concept that they did not fully comprehend. And your ability to comprehend anything and everything past that is reduced by 60%. This is why, big point here, this is why religion is intentionally stacked with words, stacked with concepts, stacked with ideas that are impossible to be reconciled by the objective empirical human mind. Religion is constructed so that you can't get it because it can't be gotten. The things that are in cross-clinging religion will never make sense. The things that are in cross-clinging religion, you'll never be able to understand because they are ununderstandable. They're nonsense. And it is constructed just that way. By its own intentional construction, religion is built to make sure that you can't understand it, to make sure you go past words and concepts that you don't understand, to make sure that you give up, to make sure that you just say, the heck with it, I'll believe them because everybody believes them. That's what indoctrination is all about. That's what the prophets are all about. That's what the cross clingers are all about. That's what the people that believe in the AHAC, the BIBLE, are all about. These prophets make their money. These prophets, these priests, these preachers, these teachers, these gurus, they make their money and stroke their egos on the fact that you can't understand it without them. If you've been listening to me for more than a month and I can't explain to you how to understand and do for yourself anything that I do, then I suck at my job and I should quit and do something else. True learning and enlightenment, folks, is the opposite of this. True enlightenment and learning is the diametric opposite of this. So, Jeff, what good is the stuff that you're teaching doing anyway? What I'm beginning to teach you and what I've been teaching you over the past few weeks, it will produce an individual, a man, a woman, a boy, a girl, a cousin of any age. It will produce an individual with intelligence that is considerably higher than the current normal, which, to be frank with you, is not all that impressive. But would you rather be smarter than the average bear or dumber than the average bear? It's up to you. What I'm teaching you will make you considerably smarter than the average bear and the average human. What I'm teaching you will also create an individual that is free from major anxieties and free from chronic illnesses. Do you want to be free from your major anxieties? Do you want to be free from your chronic illnesses? And see, that's the difference between me and them. All of them. What do they want to do? They want to create anxiety in you. It's going bad. It's getting worse. It's going to be terrible. We got to run. We got to hide. Everything's falling apart. That creates anxiety. We talked about this yesterday. That's what prophecy is designed to do. Create anxiety, which creates energy that they can vaporize from you and use to manifest their intentions. But I'm here to free you from anxiety. I'm here to free you from the chronic illnesses that go along with anxieties. I always wondered, I spent 20 years as a Pentecostal evangelist. They're supposed to be living the life. They're supposed to be the eyes of the apples of the eye of God. And everywhere I went, they had a sick line out the door of the church. I'm praying for the sick every night. Where the hell have you all been? You're in church and you're all sick. It's a great advertisement for not being in church. Look at some of the people that are following these gurus and these prophets. They're sick. They're broke. They're homeless. They're aimless. Not a real good advertisement for come join us. It's different here. Divine, sovereign, free, smarter, well-adjusted, and also an individual ready for ultimate spiritual optimization. And I can do it in 20 hours or less. You can do it in 20 hours or less. And this that I'm teaching you has the power to destroy indoctrination and to usher in a new age of enlightenment. It's just that simple. Big claims, but it's true. And there's no woo-woo. No woo-woo and no, that's hard to say for me. No woo-woo and no guru. Neither one. There's no woo-woo needed. There's no guru needed. Because the problems of thought and mental function can be resolved within the bounds of the finite universe. You don't need a sky daddy. You don't need a spirit guide. You don't need an ascended monster. You don't need a fake archangel. You don't need any of that woo-woo. And you don't need any guru. Because the problems of thought and mental function can be resolved within the bounds of the finite universe. All the data needed for the solution of mental action and endeavor can be objectively measured sensed, and experienced. It's independent of esoterica. It's independent of metaphysics. It's independent of mysticism. No guru woo, no woo goo woo. You don't need it. But everybody wants you to get it because they want to keep you from real enlightenment, because they want to keep you dependent upon them. You got to come to them for answers. You got to come to them for the reality. You got to come to them for the truth. It doesn't work that way here, folks. It doesn't work that way here, and intentionally so. So what makes a person do the things they do? I don't care who you are, what you are, where you're from, what color you are. You're here. You're still here because you are actively living in the most dynamic principle of any individual, and that is survive. In the last few weeks, maybe more than others, you've been in a survival mode. But the most dynamic, the most powerful principle that beats within the heart of any living being is survive. And this driving desire to survive can be broken up into 4 different dynamics. And you can tell how healthy a person is, how helpful a person is, how spiritual a person is by how they are and where they are in these dynamics. Dynamic number 1 is the urge of the individual to reach their highest survival potential in terms of self. We all know people, cross-clingers are cross-clinging religion is full of people that can't even get a hold of themselves and get themselves up to a high survivable potential. There's people that can't even get their own socks in order. There's people that can't get their own ducks in a row, and it's just one duck. We all know people like that. Some of us have been people like that. But the first dynamic is to have the urge to reach your highest survival potential in terms of just you, to be all you can be, to be divine, to be sovereign, to be free. But most people don't want that because they don't want the responsibility. Why should I try to reach my highest potential when I can just tune in to some YouTube channel that'll tell me what I need to do and where I need to go and what I need to say and what I need to think, feel, and believe? Not many of you really want to master your own highest survival potential. But those of you that do, that's why you're here. And that's why I'm sharing this with you. That's why I'm doing all this work. Number 2, powerful survival principles in terms of sex, to act and create children and their reading. You hear me say it all the time when I'm talking about the rocket. The white race is not even reproducing at a sustainability level. That means that if white people don't start getting busy, then white people are going to cease to exist because there's not enough white people born every year to replace the white people that are dying every year, in spite of what they're telling you about world overpopulation, which is a lie. Do you know that if you're white, your race is dying? And why is it dying? It's because most people can't get their own shit together. So they can never move to dynamic number 2 that says, hey, we need to get busy getting busy and make some more people. Pharaoh says the black race is in the same problem. Dynamic number 3 is in terms of the group, in terms of the race, in terms of the nation. There are so few people that are actually at the place where they can begin to worry about our race. I sit around and worry about our race. I sit around and worry about our nation. I don't worry, but I figure, how can we help the race? How can we help the nation? Most people are still trying to get their duck in a row. You only got one duck. You can't get one duck pointing in the right direction? Well, I'm waiting for somebody to tell me what direction to point my duck. Oh my. Oh my, how did you get grown? How do you find your way home at night? How do you dress yourself in the morning? How do you stay alive from day to day when you can't get your one duck pointed in the right direction? You know, there's only so many directions. Just turn that duck a little bit every day. And by the end of a month, you've covered every direction. One of them will work. But they didn't tell me to turn my duck. You stupid duck. Oh my. It's comical and it's funny, but it's so sad because it's so freaking true. What do I do with my duck? I don't know what to do with my duck. Yo, Mick, what do I do with my duck? Come on, guys. You got to wait for the next show to know what to do with your duck? I got to tell you, folks, you need to get your duck powered. You need to get your duck powered with some C60 purple power. It is the fountain of youth, and it makes a duck work better. You won't have any questions of where to point your duck if you get on some C60 purple power. Cliff High says it keeps his duck alive and his wife's duck alive, and both those ducks know where they're going. So get you some duck in C60. It'll be good for you. C60purplepower.com. Use the code TCW10. I mean, do we even want to go further? How many people are willing to help us save our race? They're still back there fucking with their duck. You knew that was coming sooner or later, right? You knew that was coming sooner or later. And to be frank with you, it's probably good that most of you aren't procreating. Because if you can't figure out how to run one duck, the worst thing you need is more ducks, right? Some people should just stop ducking. Some people just need to quit ducking. That's why we want the good duckers to be listening here. Listen up, duckers. We got some ducking to do, baby. We got to help our own ducks. We got to help our little ducks. And we got to help get all of our ducks in a row. And then once we got our race squared away, then we can start thinking about mankind as a whole. We can't even take care of our race. We can't even take care of our kids. We can't even take care of ourselves. I guess it's one duck at a time, right? Look at us in these terms. We are ducked up. Oh, I swear. We are so ducked up. And it's sad, but yet I'm laughing. Maybe you laugh to keep from crying. Come on, guys, look at this. Number one, where are you on the dynamic principle of survival? Number one, highest survival potential in terms of myself. Get your duck in order. Number two, in terms of sex, get your ducks in order, your ducklings, and make some damn ducklings. Number three, now that you got yourself in order, you got your family working good, help out the race. Number four, now you got that going, help out mankind as a whole. But see, religion is made to make you never get past one because you're ducked up. You got original sin. And even if you took care of the original sin, now you're just a sinner saved by grace, and you never know when you're going to fall on your face. They want to keep you in duck category one. In other words, if you're a Christian, you are good and ducked. You're being ducked, right? You're being ducked. They are ducking you left and right if you're a Christian. And you know how messed up they are in terms of sex. You're ducked again. You're ducked about ducking. Forget about the group. Forget about mankind. You get the point, I think. You get the point, I think. So who can be helped? Well, Jeff, some people just can't help. I'm a black man in a white man's world. I'm a white man in a black man's world. I'm a gray-haired man in a brown-haired man's world. I'm a woman in a man's world. I'm a senior citizen in a young person's world. I'm a young person in an old person's world. I'm a goose in a duck's world. You're getting ducked from behind without any lube. The clear individual is motivated in his or her actions by all four dynamics and not one dynamic alone. You got it all together and all four. There's only four of them. At the very worst, you got four ducks to get in a row. Four. And you're one of the four, so it's you and three more. How hard can it possibly be to get three ducks in a row behind you? How far behind you? How hard can it be? And there's only one requirement. I know you got some ducking problems. We're here to help. And there's only one requirement. You have to have an organically sound nervous system. You can't have part of your brain cut out. You can't have part of your brain that don't work. And maybe even then. But to guarantee success, you just have to have an organically sound nervous system. That's it. You can be psychotic. You can be neurotic. You can be deranged. Hell, you can be a criminal. But all of those people can be cleared. Psychotics can be cleared. Neurotics can be cleared. Deranged people can be cleared. Criminal people can be cleared. Even cross-clingers can be cleared. I'm a living example. Why? Because regardless of what anyone wants to tell you, this work has proven, in over 40 years, we're celebrating 40 years of indoctrination this month. And happy birthday to my son, Josh, my little duck. This work proves that at our most basic, we emerge into this world as good. At our most basic, we're good. You're not filled with original sin. You've got the spark of divinity within. Deep down inside, you're a good duck. And this work has proven it to be a real fact, not just a lofty opinion. I don't care who you are, you don't know what I've been through. Don't care. You don't know where I've been. Don't care. You don't know what's done to me. Don't care. You don't know where I've done to myself. Don't care. You don't know how bad I am. Don't care. Is your brain organically sound? Yes? Okay. Let's get to work. Dry your tears, quit your crying, and let's get busy. And within 20 hours, you can have in 20 hours, you can have all of your ducks in a row, and you'll be ready for more ducks. You can help other ducks get their ducks in a row. That's what we need. We need some ducks, some duckers to get out there that are ready to help duck some other ducks. It's a fact. It's not an opinion. So what are the results? What are the results? What can we really do? And this is stuff I've done before. We can really do it. No doubt about it. The clear person, that's what we call a clear, the one that's all squared away. They will be stable, and not only just stable. And let's face it, some of you right now you'd be happy to death with just stable. Even if it was at a very low level of stable, it'd be a lot better than this stuff that you got going on right now. And oh, my baby Titus, look at the people that are on these other channels. You know what? You look at some, they got 70,000, they got 100,000. We only got 44. Trust me. I would not trade our 44 for their 444 because those ducks be crazy. I don't need that. I don't need 400,000 ducks waiting on me to tell them what to do. No. I like the way we got it. Ducks that want to do their own do. But it'll make you stable, and not just stable on a low level, but stable on a very high plane. You'll be stable, but even better than that, you'll be stable at a very high level of able. And what will you be characterized by? Just for a second, think about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words. Think of 5 words that characterize you. 5 words that characterize you. Well, how would you like those 5 words to be? Persistence, vigor, purpose, enthusiasm, satisfaction. How would you like to have those 5 words characterize you? They can if you work to get your ducks in a row and get to a clear status. You'll obtain power, and full use of your previously hidden abilities. Oh, I can't discover my great basic purpose. Doesn't surprise me at all when you can't discover how to keep one duck in a row. Right now, your great basic purpose is figure out how to get one duck in a row. Baby steps, little ducky steps. You guys got little bitty ducky feet. Take little bitty ducky steps and don't try to go in the water yet. You'll be a dead duck. And check this out. Inhibition of one or more of the dynamics in an individual creates what is called an aberration. It prevents clear and rational thinking and problem solving. The obvious is no longer obvious. That's why you can't get one duck in a damn row. That's why you can't get one duck going in the right direction, because you can't think. You can't even spell logic. You wouldn't know sound reasoning if you fell over it. It's problem solving hell. You can't even solve one duck. The work that we're talking about deletes without hypnotizing. I'm not going to be, look at the pen. Ooh, you're getting very sleepy. That's duck stuff right there. Duck that. No hypnotism, no drugs, no surgery, no artificial means. These blocks, these aberrations can be cleared out, and all of your dynamics will be dynamic. You can create free flow. Remember, it's not a bro. That's why they want you about the bro, because then you'll never get to the flow, and you'll never be free. You'll never be divine. You'll never be sovereign. You'll never be free. But you can live a free, clear, fully optimized life across the board, across all dynamics, we might say. It can be done, and it's not that hard. But here's the main thing you got to understand, and this is what nobody understands, because nobody ever talks about it. The source of all the aberration, the source of all the blocks in your life, the reason why you can't get your ducks lined up is because of this thing called your reactive mind. And yes, you've got one. And the reactive mind is a subconscious mind, meaning you're not aware of it, but it's always there. And this reactive mind, which is subconsciously there, has its own recording system. And it runs in the background behind our conscious mind, behind all of our thoughts. It's always running. And it's the only one that's always running. The unconscious mind, or the reactive mind, that's the only mind that's always conscious. You know what the reactive mind is? The reactive mind is what sees you when you're sleeping. The reactive mind knows when you're awake. The reactive mind knows if you've been bad or good. The reactive mind makes a list, checks it twice, records everything, naughty and nice. The reactive mind is always running, and it's always recording everything that you've ever heard from the time you could hear. And guess what? A lot of times it brings over stuff from your last life too. The reactive mind is always on, and it's recorded every single thing every single stimulus you've ever received. It's recorded. And this reactive mind possesses command and control on a cellular level. You can't control it. It controls you if you're not clear. It controls you. It overrides your conscious mind. It overrides your subconscious mind. This reactive mind that records everything has command and control power over your life, period. Not just when you're asleep, all the time. And it doesn't remember, it doesn't judge, it records. This is kind of like what you guys want to call the Akashic records or something, I guess. It just records, and it uses the recordings to muster command and control actions without the knowledge or consent of the conscious mind. And the reactive mind operates exclusively on physical pain and painful emotion. It has no discretion. It operates strictly on a stimulus response basis. It could be called your animal mind. It's recorded everything that every stimulus you've ever received. And it has built-in cellular responses to those stimuli that you've received. And when you receive another one, like another one, it'll make you react in the same way you did the last time, no matter where you are in your mind. Awake, asleep, with your girlfriend, playing golf, whatever. Stimulus comes, you will react the same way that you did the last time that stimulus came, regardless of where you are and what you want. It's beyond your control. It is command control. Boom. It's like being MK Ultra'd and they drop the trigger word. Boom. There's trigger words. You've MK Ultra'd yourself. Deep stuff. Deep, powerful stuff. Deep, powerful stuff. This is why it's so important that you give Focus Life Force Energy a try. It beams a high consciousness field to where you are, and you're not there yet. You're not high consciousness yet. This will surround you with that high consciousness. Remember, birds of a feather flock together. If you're surrounded by high consciousness, this will help you raise your consciousness level. Go to jeffreydaugherty.com, click on the fluffy logo. You get 15 days free on the phone, 15 days free on the home. You can buy it right now for just $35 still. A lot of information. And here's how you get in trouble with your reactive mind. Whenever you get rendered unconscious, whenever. When you're asleep, you're unconscious, your reactive mind is recording. That's why you've got to stop sleeping with stimuli going into your heads. You're not conscious. And what you're listening to is speaking directly into your reactive mind, and it's recording everything. Everything. Unless you're sure that every single thing you're going to hear when you're listening to stuff while you're unconscious, while you're asleep, is going to be as pure as a driven snow, stop it. Help yourself. Because whenever you're not conscious, get knocked out, your reactive mind's still recording. Whenever you get an illness, you're got such a fever, you fall out. Your reactive mind's still recording. When you're so high on drugs, you're like, ugh. Jeff, why don't you do drugs? This is one of the reasons why I don't do drugs. Because when you're unconscious, anything and everything goes into your reactive mind. How do I know what's going in there? I want to be in charge of that. When you're anesthetized for an operation, your reactive mind still in full operation, even during an operation. Even though you may not remember it, folks, and this is real. This is real. This is so deep. It's so good. It's so real. And the beautiful thing is, it doesn't matter if you like it or not, because the people that get it are going to get it, and they're the ones we're going to go with. Even though you may not remember it, everything that happened during the period of unconsciousness is fully and completely recorded. You remember it. It's there. And that information remains unappraised and unevaluated by your conscious mind. Your conscious mind doesn't even know it's there, can't get to it. What if you were knocked out and one of the EMTs says, oh, this bitch will never make it? And you find yourself, oh, Jeff, maybe I should go. Oh, I'll never make it. You don't even know. You're just saying what that dumb EMT said when you were knocked out. Oh, this bitch ain't going to make it. This bitch will never make it. And you find yourself saying, oh, I'll never make it. It's not even you. You're repeating what some EMT said when you were knocked out. And at any future date, when a recurrence of similar circumstances or of something said, felt, or experienced during unconsciousness by your reactive mind, it will reactivate in the fully conscious individual. You get that? They're called engrams. And whenever reactivated, they've got command power. It overrides your conscious mind. It takes over your motor control of your body. And it causes behavior that you'd never consent to. Engrams are your puppeteers. Deep stuff. Deep, deep, deep stuff. Powerful stuff. Real stuff. And so these engrams become hardwired into the individual without their knowledge or consent. You were knocked out. You didn't know that guy said, this bitch ain't never going to make it, but it got hardwired into your head. And every time you face a stressful situation like being knocked out, laying on the ground on the street, every time something happens that reminds your reactive mind of that, what's going to come up? Oh, this bitch will never make it. Sometimes you hear yourself saying shit that you don't even know why you're saying. Sometimes you find yourself doing shit you don't know why you're doing. Sometimes you find yourself feeling shit you don't even know why you're feeling. Because it's an engram that happened when your ass was knocked out somewhere. And here's good news. A lot of the shit you got is a result of actions done to you, not actions done by you. You were knocked out. This one time you really are innocent. And great harm has been done by not realizing that unconscious individuals still record every stimulus received. Oh, this bitch ain't going to make it. You don't know that bitch can hear you. So when you're around people that are knocked out, when you're around people that are sleeping, don't be saying no shit to them. If you're going to say something good like, oh, you are so good looking. You are really strong. You are powerful. You are one hell of a man. Say good shit to people that are knocked out or zip your lip. Don't say nothing. Pregnant women, don't be talking shit around pregnant women. That baby can hear it. What is wrong with you? You know how many times I've done this to people and some of the shit that's caused them their most problems, they heard it when they was in their mother's womb. Oh, I should just kill this thing. What do you think that does? Think about it. This is real. And check this shit out, folks, right here. Check this out. So great is the amount of engrams in the normal individual's reactive mind. So full is the bank of your reactive mind, but it has plenty of capacity. Hell is enlarged. This is the hell that's being enlarged, your reactive mind. So profound are the limitations placed thereby. Your reactive mind is so full of shit, and it so affects your conscious mind by all of these automatic command and control reactions to stimuli that there's not 1 in 10 of us that possesses more than 10% of their potential awareness. Think about that. there's not very many of us that actually retains more than 10% of our potential awareness. That's where that old why, well, you only use 10% of your brain. That's not true. You only use 10% of it at a time. You use almost all of it, but 10% at a time. But the point of it is that they're trying to tell you this without telling you this. You only use 10% of your potential awareness because we got you so ducked up. You don't know where you're coming and you're going, and ain't nobody got enough guts to tell you this until now. And they will stay there until they're removed, period, end of story. And this is the main cause of why you so damn crazy, otherwise known as psychosomatic issues. And this is one of the big reasons for chronic illnesses. People that are always sick, hypochondriacs, and engrammed up. And when the pain is erased in the engram bank and refiled as a memory in the conscious mind, all the aberrations gone. All your dynamics fully rehabilitated. And the person, again, has full mental capacity without pain at their disposal. What if I'm only half right? Right now, you got 10% of your potential awareness that you can use. If I'm only half right, that means you got another 90. And if I say I can get you all 90, but let's say you can only get 45, well, now you got 55% of your potential awareness versus 10%. You'll think you got it all, but you don't. But that's how 5 times. Would you like to be 5 times better than you are, 5 times happier, 5 times healthier, 5 times more optimized? This is real stuff. Well, I need my pain. My pain's good. No. Hidden pain is not a given. Everybody got hidden pain, Jeff. Well, I know they do, but they don't have to. Hidden pain is not just part of the program. It's part of the virus in the program. Hidden pain's not a given. Hidden pain's not a necessity. It's a fact of life that does not have to be a fact of life. It's only a fact of life because we allow it to be a fact of life. Oh, Jeff, everybody's got pain. Why? Because they won't get rid of it. Oh, I need my pain. Why? Because you're too lazy to get rid of it. And you don't want the responsibility of actually having to drive your shit. Oh, I need my pain. Yeah, because your pain relieves you of responsibility. You can blame some damn body else on it. You can be a victim. And that way you don't have to have the responsibility of explaining why you're not a victor. Oh, I'm just a victim. Well, that's because you don't have the guts to try to be a victor. Hidden pain is always a liability to health, always a liability to life, always a liability to skill, always a liability to happiness, always a liability to survival potential of the individual. And that makes you a liability to the rest of us because you can't get your one duck in a row. You're no help to the race. You're no help to the nation, and you're no help to mankind. You're an anchor that we got to pull as we're trying to guide the damn boat through the storm. The least you can do is learn how to get one duck in a row so you're not an anchor. Your hidden pain has no survival value. Now you understand why I'm the Christian whistleblower. Now you understand why I'm against the prophets. I'm against the gurus. I'm against the preachers. I'm against the priests. I'm against the popes. I'm against the teachers, the spirit guides, the ascended masters, the gurus. I'm against them all. The cross clingers especially, because they want to keep this knowledge from you. Why? So they can keep you in that first dynamic, never getting your duck in a row, because they know then you're no threat to raise up good humans. Then you're no threat to help a great race grow. Then you're no threat to help a great nation grow. Then you're no help to help humanity. You're no threat to help humanity free itself. You're just another Brick in the wall. You're just another cog in their wheel. You're just another slight little jolt in the battery. And once you're gone, there'll be another one right behind you. That's why they want to keep this knowledge from you. And you can figure out why I'm doing everything I can to make sure that you get it, that you understand it. That is powerful, powerful, powerful stuff, ladies and gentlemen. And I know I don't do this a lot, but before we go to the chat room, I just want to do a quick review of this because it's so deep, and I just want to make sure that you get a fair chance to make sure that you get this stuff because it is so life-changing. It really is. It's just powerful, 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 and I want you to be able to see it. And while we're talking about the dynamics, if you ever can work yourself up to the rocket dynamic, go to getmyrocket.com/CWB. It'll help you take care of that second dynamic, cousin. For you guys that actually got a duck in a row, if you ain't got that first duck in a row, forget that I even said this. Keep the rocket in your pocket. Keep your rocket in your pocket. But if you got a duck, you got your one duck in a row, we need you making more ducks. This is the duck maker right here, cousins. All right, real quickly, let's just go through this real quickly. We're talking about the modern science of mental health. Never go past a word you don't understand. Religion's built to make you not go past words you don't understand. It's built to make you just give in and believe what they say because everybody believes what they say. This will make you free from major anxieties, chronic illness. This will make you much smarter than the average bear. It can be done in 20 hours or less, and it can destroy unindoctrination, usher in a new age of enlightenment. Don't need no woo-woo. Don't need no guru. We got the four dynamics: you, yours, nation, race, mankind as a whole. We want you to be helpful in all of those. Who can be helped? Anybody with an organically sound nervous system. Don't care if you're psychotic, neurotic, deranged, criminal. I can help you. You can help yourself. You want to be stable? You want to be stable on a very high plane? You want power? You got to get rid of these aberrations. You can do it. The reactive mind, it's recording everything. You don't know about it, but it's recording it. And it makes you go and do that shit. You're like, why did I do that? That's why you did that. Oh, why did I say that? That's why you said that. Well, it wasn't even me. It wasn't, but that's why you did it. And it's always working, and it records everything. And it's going to be there until you take it away. And you're only using about 10% of your potential right now. You don't have to have hidden pain. It's not a necessity. It's a liability. It's got no survivability value. Now you know why they keep this stuff from you. And now you know why I'm giving it to you wall to wall, tree top tall, locked and loaded, ready to rock and roll. Let's go to the chat room and see if there's anybody left. All right. Boom. Here we go. I sense some duck jokes. I just think there might be some duck jokes. Oh, boy. Here we go. Quack compass. They're ducking stupid. This duck is locked and loaded. This duck repels water like a mofo. Duck off. No quackery with C60. Ducking my friends. Always say that because of the phone autocorrect thing. Tracy Dyer gives us a duck right there. Dr. Duck is a quack. Most haven't mastered ducks because they're too busy imitating sheep. Ooh, I like that one. Somebody had to come up with the goose. Sounds like a stand-up routine with Howard the Duck doing Carlin. Be indoctrinated. Oh, nice one, Troy. Because they know the power in the ducking. Yep. Indoctrinated. Good stuff. Missionary. No, from behind. That's the duck way. You're getting ducked from behind. D tenacious. Nice work. Laugh my duck off. Duck, 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 goose. Yep. Good stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Le Champion. I am the best alone at what I do. There were 99 ducks watching. Blow the whistle, and the ducks will follow. I like it. I like it. Been in Ducktown. That's all in the past. Don't stay there. Absolutely. You have duck entity within. You can't change other ducks. You really can't. You can't change another duck. You cannot change another duck. Lead and the ducks will follow. That's a good point. That's a good point. You can say anything you want, but overall, the person can only change themselves. Yes and no. They can only change themselves, but sometimes you need a little help from your friends to change yourself. It is all about control. It is sad when you got to control people. Waddlers. I like it. No fear, just duck. Be like a duck in water, smooth on the surface and paddle like hell underneath. I like it. I like it. I like it. Let's see. This is another great show. Thank you. I don't trust anybody to audit me. I'll read the books and become aware of my engrams and learn. You can, Lionel. You absolutely, positively can. How do I know? Because I've done it. In fact, the blue book with the little wheel in the back of it, it's meant for you to audit yourself. What's that book called? It's called, it's basically self-auditing. I can't remember the name of it right now, but that's what it's for. That's what it's for. The reactive mind is on autopilot. Hebrews not your autopilot. Well, Hebrew is your reactive mind. Thank you. It is. I appreciate that. Thank you. It is. I appreciate that. Someone being controlled by the reactive mind is a drifter. Same concept. Yeah, we're talking Napoleon Hill. Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. The cult aspect is what it is. Focus on what you believe. Okay, I'm with that. The reactive mind is the reptilian mind. Yeah, it is. Absolutely. If your friends are draining you, check yourself. They're mirrors of you. Interesting. Interesting. Consciously choose your inputs. Boom. I like it. Michelle just hooked up with Fluffy. Perfect. Boom. Thus deja vu, Jeff. That's a good point. Yeah. People are being knocked out simply with the food and water, air manipulation, causing us to be unconscious drifters. I like it. Good stuff. A deep state duck. You're all deep state ducks. I like that. Remember Darkwing Duck? Yeah, my kids were little when they had Darkwing Duck. Darkwing Duck. Let's see. Thanks for the tip, Jeff. I appreciate that. Pregnant mothers have a huge impact on the baby's future. Oh, you cannot even. Ooh, Harry Christie learned about sleeping and still hearing from his homeopathic practitioner. Excellent work, Harry, having a homeopathic practitioner. That's awesome. Some can be knocked out while still awake, like hypnosis. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. That trance you go into in front of the boob tube. Ooh, Troy. Very, very good. They want you to rely on your reactive mind. They do. Or people stuck on their phones. Ooh, that's really, really good. Some people pet their pain. Oh, they love their pain. They love their pain. They pet it. They want to share it with everybody else because it's their pain. It's who they are. I love my pain. Don't take my pain. Then I'm stuck with responsibility. And my pain gives me an excuse. So I can't do it. Can't you see this pain? There ain't nothing there, bitch. No, it's right. No, it's, oh, you mean it's just me being a dumbass? It's much easier to pretend you got some pain. Pain is to provoke change, but many don't get beyond the pain. Ooh, that's a good one. Duck pain makes you a quack. If one duck is over the bridge, more will follow. Just make sure you take them over the right bridge. If they keep you in pain, they keep your butt in the seats and money in the plate and subscribers on the channel. I like this. This is really, really good stuff. Really, really good stuff. I saw a rocket joke fly by. Keep your rocket in your pocket. Jamie, I was talking about a dude. If he can't get his duck in a row, keep his rocket in his pocket and out of my pocket. That's great. That's great. This is good. The reactive mind is original sin. I think I agree with you, Lionel. I think I agree with you. And it can be from previous lives, Tracy. Huh. I like this. It's like pre-incarnation sins, only the sin's not really a thing. If a psychic reports accurate information, how can you explain why that's not spiritually appropriate? Do I really have to answer that question? I'll answer that question. You got our world, you got the astral realm, and then you got the next place where there's actual living beings. When you go from this world, you pass through the astral and go to that next world, and everything that can't make the next world falls off in the astral. And left alone to its own devices will die rather quickly. But there's always some dummy in this world that's crying out for somebody to listen, and those little things that are rotting here pick up on it, beep, 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 and all of a sudden they've attached themselves to a whiner, and now they get the whiner's energy and they stay alive. How can they report accurate information? They just lived here for how many years? Some of them have been up there feeding off whiners for a long time. But you got to remember, everything that you're talking to that says it's an archangel, says it's a spirit guide, says it's an ascended master, says it's your Uncle Charlie, it's literally a piece of garbage that couldn't make it to the next level. It couldn't get above there. I can't make it. So it's a loser. But it knows more than you know. And it's seen some shit, and it's seen the way things happen, and it can predict some shit. How often are the psychics right? That's why it's not spiritually appropriate. What is spiritually appropriate is you figuring your shit out for yourself. Not having a guru, a spirit guide, an ascended master, or a psychic. Self-analysis, that's the book. Yep. Love it. And it's actually like being audited by LRH. But you can do it without him there. This is good stuff. The first step to being what you want to be in manifesting, yes. Astral is the garbage realm. Astral is the dump. It's the dump. Has the Dianetics book been tampered with? Yes. You got to make sure that your Dianetics book is the original, not the new one. And you can check that out by looking at when it was published. See which version you're at. I got the 1950 version, so I'm good. If yours says like revised 1973, not good, because it's changed and it won't work. It's broke. It's broke. If you're going to buy a Dianetics book, I can give you a website that I don't get any money from, of a guy that has the uncorrupted ones. That's a great question, Truth Seeker. Great question. But, the Bible, but the Bible was written tainted. Dianetics wasn't written tainted. So yes and no, but you know what I'm saying? That's a great question. That's a great question. Yep, Self-Analysis is the book I was thinking of. Let's see what else we got. Jeff talked about that yesterday. Thank you so much. You're welcome so much. Another good one. So right on. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yep. There you go, folks. Powerful stuff. Life-changing stuff. And we are the last generation of real humans. This is the stuff that will help those that know they've been fooled and care, realize they've been fooled, and help them to unfool themselves. We can lead a duck to water, but only the duck can swim on its own. Duck every one of you. Tracy Dyer, thank you. Cynthia, thank you. Everybody here, thank you. We appreciate you. And we're here to help you unindoctrinate yourself. And I'm here to encourage you to guide your own spirit, master your own ascension, and be your own guru. And I'm here to remind you that it's time to get busy. I'll probably be back today, so keep your eyes peeled, probably for a Cousins Club extravaganza. Like Cynthia says, bye everyone, be well. I had a really cool thing I was going to say, and I forgot what it was. Oh, you can glory, hallelujah, all you want, but the truth is still marching on. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty, the Christian Whistleblower, saluting you for being here, seeking after truth.